They trained you to doubt yourself, not through direct commands, but through repetition, subtle suggestions, daily programming. Play it safe, be realistic, don't ask for too much, and without even noticing, you downloaded it all like a virus. These beliefs slipped past your conscious firewall and buried themselves in your subconscious. And now, you're not fighting circumstances. You're fighting your own code. The world didn't put you in chains. Your programming did, because somewhere deep inside, you started believing that success was for them, not for you. That happiness was luck. That wealth was genetic. That confidence was something you're either born with or never get. And so, you move through life like a Ferrari stuck in first gear, built for greatness, but dragging the weight of invisible brakes. But here's the truth. They never told you. Your subconscious mind is not your master. It is your slave. It runs whatever script you feed it. It repeats whatever thoughts you obsess over. It acts like a loyal but dumb servant, executing every belief as if it were truth, whether that belief serves you or destroys you. And the most dangerous thing, it doesn't care what's true, only what's consistent. You say you want success, but think failure. You say you want freedom, but expect limitation. You say you want love, but fear rejection. And so your life mirrors the dominant belief, not the spoken desire. Because it is not your words that shape your world. It is your expectations, but you are not a robot. You are the coder. You can override every limiting thought. You can uninstall every toxic idea. You can reprogram the entire operating system. It begins not with motivation, but with repetition. Not with hype, but with realignment. Not with wishing, but with conscious rewriting. You must feed your mind like a warrior fuels for battle. Every morning, every night, every idle moment, planting seeds of strength, wealth, clarity, discipline, belief, not once, but constantly. Because repetition is the language of the subconscious, and intensity is the key. You think affirmations are silly? Try living without them. See what beliefs your environment is affirming for you. The news, fear. Social media, comparison. Friends, excuses. So if you don't choose your programming, it will be chosen for you. Reprogramming your mind means you stop living on autopilot. You start questioning every assumption, every habit, every voice that whispers you can't. It means you stop letting your past dictate your path. You stop letting yesterday's version of you make today's decisions. It means you stare your doubts in the face and respond with, I decide who I am. Not my fear, not my pain, not my failures. Me. You are the architect. You are the voice that writes the code. And today, we start rewriting everything. They told you to visualize, to dream big. But no one told you that the subconscious doesn't respond to pretty pictures. It responds to emotion, to repetition, to feeling something so deeply that your nervous system starts believing it already happened. You can't trick your subconscious with empty goals, but you can train it. And that training begins the moment you stop being vague. Success means nothing to your subconscious. Freedom is just a noise, unless it's tied to an image, a sound, a ritual that burns into your bones. You want to reprogram your life? Then stop saying, I want more. And start saying, I wake up at 5:30. I run 3 miles. I earn 10.0 this month. I speak with certainty. I lead. Speak in commands. Speak in specifics. Because that's how the subconscious learns, with clarity, with certainty, with conviction. Think of your brain as a military unit. It doesn't follow doubt. It follows orders. And it's been obeying every unclear, hesitant, fearful order you've given it for years. But now you change the mission. Because let me remind you, every extraordinary person you admire wasn't born confident. They reprogrammed themselves. Oprah didn't grow up with wealth or power. She grew up with pain. But she refused to let the world install her belief system. She took control. She filled her mind with vision, with purpose, with structure. And that structure became her reality. Walt Disney, he was told he lacked imagination, fired from a newspaper job, but he reinstalled the truth. I see worlds no one else sees. And he made the world believe it, too. So what's your story? What limiting belief is still looping on repeat? Like a broken record from childhood? I'm not good enough. Money is evil. People like me don't make it. These aren't truths. They're scripts. Old, dusty, outdated files you never questioned. But now, you become the editor. You look at every belief like a line of code and ask, does this help me build the life I want, or does it hold me in chains? And if the answer is chains, you delete it. You rewrite. You install power where there was hesitation, action where there was fear, faith where there was doubt. And here's the truth most people never learn. Your external life is a mirror, not a mystery. It reflects your inner code, your bank account, your energy, your relationships. They are not accidents. They are programs running in the background, programs you can either ignore or override. The choice is yours. Will you keep running the code they gave you? Or will you finally become the programmer of your life? Because the mind, when mastered, is the greatest force in the universe. But when left unchecked, it becomes a prison, a self-built cage of limitation. And the door's been unlocked the whole time. You've just been looking the wrong way. Turn around, step out, and start writing code that matches the future you were born for. You say you want to change, but do you expect to change? Because the subconscious doesn't give you what you want. It gives you what you believe. And most people's beliefs were installed when they were too young to question anything. If your parents argued about money, you learned money is chaos. If a teacher embarrassed you once, you learned silence is safety. If you failed in public, you learned visibility is dangerous. None of it was true, but all of it became real because you accepted it without resistance. This is where most people stop. They think this is just how I am. No, this is just what you've repeated, but you can rewrite it because belief is not fixed. It's a habit. You can build a new belief the same way you built the old ones, with repetition and emotion. Speak it, feel it, act on it again and again until the world bends around your new standard. Tell yourself, I don't negotiate with fear. I don't move from emotion or move from purpose. I am no longer a passenger in this life. I drive. Say it until your body starts to believe you, even before your mind does. Do you think Muhammad Ali believed he was the greatest after he won? No. He believed it before he threw a single punch, because greatness doesn't show up after the trophy. It shows up in the decision to become the kind of person who earns one. Your subconscious is listening every second. When you say, I'm tired, it listens. When you say, I'm broke, it listens. When you say, I can't win, it listens. And it says, okay, let's keep creating that. So change the conversation. Don't just think big, command big. Speak in the direction you want your life to go. Stop saying, I hope things work out. Start saying, I make them work out. Stop saying, I'll try. Start saying, I do. Because try tells your subconscious failure is still on the table. And here's the brutal truth. Every day you reinforce a mindset. You're either reinforcing ownership or excuses. There is no neutral. You cannot whisper greatness into your life. You must declare it. You must show your subconscious what leadership looks like by leading yourself, by standing up when no one is watching, by moving when motivation is nowhere to be found. This is where most people fold. They wait to feel like it. But reprogramming your subconscious is not about feeling. It's about choice. It's about building a muscle so strong. It ignores resistance and defaults to action. Your subconscious mind is a supercomputer, and your thoughts are the code. Stop running viruses you inherited from a broken system. Install new commands, discipline, belief, purpose, certainty. And here's the catch. Once that new code becomes dominant, you won't need to push anymore, because the new you doesn't need to try. It just is. That's the power of alignment. When who you are matches who you say you are, life bends in your favor. So now you know you are not broken. You are programmed. But unlike a machine, 你不是被写死的代码，你拥有重写命运的能力，不是用幻想，不是用祈祷，而是用每天的选择，选择你想成为什么人，选择你要相信什么，选择你要拒绝什么。And when you start choosing consciously, everything changes, because that's when you stop living from the outside in and start living from the inside out. You stop asking, why does this always happen to me? And start declaring, this is who I choose to become. You stop letting other people's limitations define your expectations. You stop absorbing every opinion like it's fact. You stop bowing to circumstance like it's king. You start creating. You start acting like a person who knows life is not a game of luck. It's a game of intentional repetition. That's why winners seem calm. That's why they speak with certainty. because they've seen the future they've built every single day in their mind before it ever existed in the world. You want to know why some people rise and others sink. It's not talent. It's not timing. It's not even hard work alone. It's internal architecture. The people who win are the people who've rebuilt themselves on the inside, piece by piece, brick by brick, new habits, new rules, new self-image. They no longer identify with the old version, the one that waited, the one that needed permission, the one that feared judgment. They buried that version, held a funeral for it, and walked away with a new decision. From this moment on, I am becoming the person I was meant to be. Not perfect, but powerful, not fearless, but relentless. Because once you reprogram your subconscious, you don't need to fake confidence anymore. You become the kind of person who moves forward even when it's hard. Because that's just who you are now. Think about it. The old you hesitated. The new you executes. The old you avoided pain. The new you uses pain as fuel. The old you waited for signs. The new you creates them. And maybe, just maybe, this was never about achieving a goal. Maybe it was always about becoming the person who no longer settles. So now, you've got two choices. Go back to who you were, to comfort, to delay, to explain away your potential, or step into the unknown. Burn the script, rewire your foundation, and build a life that your old mind would have called impossible. Because it's not impossible. It's just unprogrammed. And now, you know how to write the code, so write it, live it, be it. Your mind is the battlefield. Win there, and you win everywhere